Welcome to the new Honda Civic sedan from a manufacturer that knows a little something about creating a reliable, robust machine. It seems they've built a looker this time as well. And what a good looking car they've created. Take a look at that front end with that wide chrome grille up front. It really gives it the impression of being wide and low. It's chrome on this model here. On the sport model you're going to get it in a gloss black. Ours is highlighted by the LED headlights. It's got this steeply raked windscreen, which is a bit of a Honda design trait, and I'm glad to see that they've kept it. I can't say that I care much for the wheels though. Come on guys, what's wrong with a set of TE37s? But as you move along, you're going to see this beautifully raked back end, this C-pillar here, almost flowing beautifully into the boot. It really does make the Civic look more like a coupe than the four-door sedan. And that brings us round to the back end. And the back end's a very important part of this car. Take a look at the way that these lines all converge down here at the back. So streamlined, all beautifully thought out. It really is a good looking back end. And these boomerang taillights, unmistakably Honda. You'll definitely know that it's a Honda Civic that's passed you on the highway. That makes this a bit of a butt car. However, it's not only a butt car for its styling reasons. There's the motor, and for the first time Honda's actually produced a turbocharged production engine. So we're sitting with a 1.5 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol here. Makes 127 kilowatts, 220 newton meters of torque. But it doesn't sound or drive like a turbocharged motor. But if you drive it nicely, it'll return 5.9 litres per 100, they say. It's a little optimistic, but in eco mode, that may very well be possible. Now it's also mated to a CVT gearbox, which is a continually variable transmission. Essentially, it has one gear. It's like a scooter. But Honda was one of the first manufacturers to show us that this could in fact work, and we quite enjoyed that gearbox when it was used in the Jazz. They say that it's got variable ratio steering, so that it's nice and light when you're driving around town, and then it weights up a little bit as soon as you start picking up pace. But it doesn't really work that well. It still feels a bit heavy in town. Out on the open road though, that works fine. It's quite stable there. The suspension and the wheel and tyre combo of the Honda Civic is actually quite supple and very, very good out on the road. It absorbs the bumps beautifully. But it does have a tendency to unload mid-corner, especially on a mid-speed sweep on the highway. And it's a little unnerving, not exactly confidence-inspiring. As a whole, Hondas are revered for being simplistic and robust. And in staying with the times, they've had to rethink things. So there's a little more tech in the new Honda Civic. And it starts with the 7-inch display audio infotainment system. It's a very good system, and it comes with navigation, but the access ports for them are here underneath the console and a little tricky to get hold of. Also, it doesn't really allow you to do much when you're on the move. You have to be pretty much stopped to be able to access a lot of the features. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't sound too bad. You can control it through the multifunction steering wheel, but it's touch sensitive in places. So the volume control, you actually just need to slide up and down, and that can mean that you can deafen yourself while going around a corner. Then there's the driver assistance systems. It's got adaptive cruise control, also controlled here from the multifunction steering wheel. So you'll set your speed and the distance from the car in front of you, and the car will maintain either of those. The problem is that as soon as there's a car alongside you, or let's say on the highway, and the road starts to turn, it picks up that that vehicle has turned in front of you and starts applying the brakes, erroneously. It hasn't pulled in front of you, it's just merely in its lane. Well, this will automatically apply the brakes, much to the delight of the drivers behind you. But this is nitpicking, because the Honda Civic really is a solid buy. It looks great, it drives really well, and it's as safe as houses. You've got 6 airbags, you've got things like ABS, EBD, stability control, there's lane departure warning and assist, there's collision mitigation and frontal impact avoidance. It's really fantastic. It's even got a little camera in the wing mirror that helps reduce blind spot accidents. All of this is going to set you back 460,000 Rand. But then on top of that, you're going to get a fantastic 5-year, 200,000 kilometer warranty and a 5-year, 90,000 kilometer service plan. So, the Honda Civic, but nothing.